We are solving question based on this. Calculate the enthalpy change for the process CCl4 gas decomposes to carbon gas plus 4-chlorine gas, and calculate the bond enthalpy of CCl bond in CCl4 gas. We are given enthalpy of vaporization of CCl4. Vaporization means liquid to gas at its boiling point. Heat of formation of carbon tetrachloride from its constituting elements is minus 135.5 kilojoules per mole. Heat of atomization of carbon solid into carbon gas is 715 kilojoules per mole, and dissociation energy of Cl2 is 242 kilojoules per mole. Let's take up its solution. Delta H vaporization we can write like this: CCl4 liquid changes to CCl4 gas, and delta H is equal to 30.5 kilojoules per mole. Carbon solid plus 2Cl2 gas gives you CCl4 liquid, so delta H of formation can be represented like this: minus 135 kilojoules per mole. Carbon solid to carbon gas, delta H is 715 kilojoules per mole. This is enthalpy of atomization, which is endothermic process. Formation of CCl4 was exothermic process, and even vaporization of liquid to gas was endothermic process. Cl2 plus 2Cl, delta H 242 kilojoules per mole. This is also endothermic process because bond is to be broken. Now equation 3 plus 2 into equation 4 minus equation 1 minus equation 2 will give us the required equation, and delta H will be equal to 715 plus 2 into 242 minus 30.5 minus 135.5 kilojoules per mole. This will come out to be 1304 kilojoules per mole. This is the net energy that is CCl4 will break down into C plus 4Cl in gaseous state. So bond enthalpy of CCl in CCl4 we have to calculate by taking average. There are 4 CCl bonds, so divide by 4, you will get 326 kilojoules per mole, which will be bond enthalpy of CCl bond in carbon tetrachloride. Next, we are taking combustion of carbon. Combustion of carbon: when carbon solid burns in presence of oxygen, forms carbon dioxide, so 94 kilocalories of energy is being evolved. Delta H is negative in the exothermic process, so this is the example of exothermic process. We are giving you example of Hess's law. Now carbon first partially burned to get carbon monoxide, heat evolved is 16.4 kilocalories. Carbon monoxide is further burned to get carbon dioxide, heat evolved is 67.6 kilocalories, and if you sum up 1 and 2, delta H comes out to be minus 94 kilocalories, and this is the application of Hess's law. Rather, this proves the Hess's law that whether reaction takes place in one step or in several steps, enthalpy change remains the same. So, Hess's law applications are that it is used to determine the heat of formation of the compound, particularly the processes in which process is quite slow. It is also used to determine heat of combustion of substance, heat of transition. Heat of transition means from one allotrope to another. Heat of reaction: there are many types of reaction: neutralization reactions or combination reactions. All type of reactions, their heat can be measured with the help of Hess's law. And bond energy also can be measured by using Hess's law. Now we are taking concept of bond energy or bond dissociation energy. Average energy required to break same type of 1 mole of bonds in gaseous state is called bond energy. It is expressed in kilocalories per mole or kilojoules per mole. Energy required to break the bond is called bond dissociation energy. Bond energy and bond dissociation energies are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. So bond energy of same type of bonds is different in different compounds because stability of different compound is different. For example, in CCl4, CH3Cl, CH2Cl2 and CHCl3, the value of CCl bond energies are different. That's why we have to take the average values. So bond energies values of same type of bonds in the same compounds are also different. Therefore, the average of bond energy value is taken into consideration. For example, in CH4, CH bond energy values are different, and by taking the average of different values, we can get average bond dissociation energy. Hydrogen bond energy is 104.2 kilocalories or 436 kilojoules per mole. Next topic we are taking is heat of neutralization. First point is the heat of neutralization is a exothermic process. It is the change in heat energy, better we can call it, it is heat evolved when 1 mole of H ions from strong acid and is neutralized by 1 mole of OH ion from strong base. Strong acid plus strong base gives you salt plus water. Heat evolved is 13.71 kilocalories per mole or 57.1 kilojoules per mole. Now this value remains constant for strong acid and strong base because strong acid and strong bases are completely ionized in aqueous solution. But if any one of them, acid or base, is weak, the heat of neutralization will become less than 57.1 kilojoules because some energy will be utilized in complete ionization of weak acid or weak base. Next most important topic we are taking is heat of combustion. It is also called enthalpy of combustion. Similarly, heat of neutralization which we have done can also be called as enthalpy of neutralization. Heat of combustion is also always exothermic. Amount of heat released on total combustion of 1 mole of substance at constant temperature, that is change in total heat, is called heat of combustion. And in combustion we require the excess of oxygen present in it so that the fuel can burn completely. Its value is always negative, means delta H is always negative for the combustion of hydrocarbon. Let's take up example of combustion of methane. Methane burns in presence of oxygen, forms CO2 plus 2 water. Delta H is equal to minus 210.8 kilocalories per mole or minus 890 kilojoules per mole at 25 degrees centigrade and 1 atmospheric pressure. Now if we want to find out calorific value of methane, then we have to divide by molecular weight of methane. So 890 kilojoules divided by 16 will give us 55 kilojoules per gram, which is calorific value of methane. Carbon disulfide on combustion gives you CO2 plus sulfur dioxide gas. All combustion reactions are exothermic. This is thioalcohol. Methyl thioalcohol burns in presence of oxygen, forms CO2 gas plus 2 water liquid plus SO2 gas is formed. We are taking question based on it. The enthalpy of combustion of methane, graphite, dihydrogen means H2 at 298 Kelvin are minus 893 kilojoules per mole, minus 393.5 kilojoules per mole and minus 285.8 kilojoules per mole. Calculate the enthalpy of formation of methane. Options given are minus 74.8 kilojoules per mole, minus 52.27 kilojoules per mole, plus 74 kilojoules per mole, plus 52.26 kilojoules per mole. First step is to write balanced chemical equation. CH4 gas plus 2 O2 gas gives you CO2 gas plus 2 water liquid and delta H combustion of methane is minus 890.3 kilojoules per mole. Now combustion of carbon means carbon solid plus oxygen gas gives you CO2. Delta H is minus 395.5 kilojoules per mole. H2 gas plus half O2 gas gives you water liquid. Delta H is minus 285.8 kilojoules per mole. The target equation is carbon solid plus 2H2 gas gives you methane gas and delta H of formation we have to find out. So what we do is equation 2 plus twice of equation 3 minus equation 1 gives the required equation. Delta H will be equal to minus 393.5 plus 2 into minus 285.8 minus 890.3 kilojoules per mole. Net will come out to be minus 74.8 kilojoules per mole. And A part is the correct answer. Next question, enthalpy of combustion of carbon to CO2 is minus 395.5 kilojoules per mole. Calculate the heat released upon formation of 35.2 grams of carbon dioxide from carbon and dioxygen gas. Dioxygen gas means O2 gas. Now carbon plus O2 gives you CO2 gas. Delta H is equal to minus 393.5 kilojoules per mole. 1 mole is equal to 44 grams. Heat released when 44 gram of CO2 is formed is equal to 393.5 kilojoules, and heat released when 35.2 gram of CO2 is formed will be equal to 393.5 divided by 44 into 35.2 kilojoules will come out to be 314.8 kilojoules. Next, we are taking heat of reaction. According to the stoichiometry of the balanced equation of the reaction, change in total heat on the complete reaction of the reactants at constant temperature and pressure is called heat of reaction. It can also be defined as the amount of heat evolved or absorbed when the reactants react completely to form the products according to balanced chemical equation. At constant pressure, Q at constant pressure is equal to delta H, which is equal to Hp of products minus HR of reactants. Hp is enthalpy of products, HR is enthalpy of reactants. At constant volume, Q at constant volume is equal to delta U, which is equal to U of products, that is sigma U of products, sum of the internal energy of products minus sum of the internal energy of reactants, that will give you delta U. Similarly, here also it should be sigma delta H of products. This should be sigma delta H of reactants, that is sum of the enthalpy of products or sum of the enthalpy of all the reactants.